Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are you doing? It is your favorite YouTube host, Baseballs100 here, bringing you a little bit of a different thing today, but I would really like to do more often, so I want you guys to tell me if you're enjoying this. I just got immediately murdered there. This is some more Splinter Blacklist, Spies versus Mercs gameplay, and I really like this game, and I'm bringing you guys a lot of these gameplays because I'm just having a ton of fun with this, and I hope you guys are enjoying watching it. Today is a little bit different. I'm not doing a live commentary, which I like to do normally, but I'm doing kind of an analysis, which I saw Ali A doing a few of these, and I really thought it was a good idea, and I kind of liked it. Saw some more YouTubers doing it, and I just wanted to kind of show you this in case you guys are not familiar with this awesome game, which is Splinter Blacklist, Spies versus Mercs. Here you're going to see me get a sweet kind of double kill, which I did very well. But the only good thing I do in this is a spy, and I'm going to kind of analyze, thank you very much, brain, for being a little bit slow today. I'm going to give you an analysis of this gameplay and talk about, and give you some tips, give you some things that are not good, that I like, that I don't like, that I do, that I'm not great as a spy. And I just want to kind of tell you about the game, give you some tips and stuff. So, let's start with the Spies, which is because that's what we're playing as right now. The Spies in this game play in third-person mode. This, by the way, this game mode is very innovative, and that's why one reason I really like it is because it's just a lot different than what you would expect from a kind of first-person shooter. Not a first-person shooter, from a normal multiplayer setup. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of trouble thinking today. So the Spies play in third person, and their objective is to hack these 3 terminals. So essentially, when you hack the terminal, you become what's called the hacker. The hacker is supposed to do what this guy's doing, and because he's the hacker right now, and hide and kind of stay. You have to stay in the zone. The zone was marked by those blue dash line things that you probably saw earlier when I was getting shot in the face. Here I just turned on my goggles. The goggles are an extremely important piece of gameplay that really give the Spies a huge advantage in this game. The goggles, there's I think 4 types of goggles. I don't know what they are though. These that I'm using right now are the infrared, which are what I prefer, because they just give me that live feed on where my enemies are, and I like to know the position of the people that I'm trying to hunt down. So you see there's a little dot that says initializing next to it. That's because he was hacking that terminal. So now he has to stay in that zone and try not to get killed, which unfortunately I do believe he does, without being found. And I think right now, yep, he gets shot by the Merc. And unfortunately, that's the end of the game for him. Or not end of the game, but that's the end of the hack. Unless we can reset it in 10 seconds, which I don't believe we do. Nope, we don't. So our goal is to hack these terminals. The Spies have very little armor and health. It takes about 5 bullets from like an AK-47, which is a pretty weak gun in this game, to take down a spy. But the Spies are extremely good at hand-to-hand combat, as you're about to see right here as I just pop out and take him out. The Spies also have a cloaking ability, which I have equipped. Now, you don't have to have this cloaking ability. There's lots of interchangeable things. If you don't like my setup, that's totally your opinion. There's a ton of different setups for tons of different ways to play this game, which is one thing I really like about it. The playstyle I'm kind of going for is the kind of guy who rushes in and just tries to push these points really hard and take out Mercs as fast as he can. That's one of the reasons that I have this cloaking ability, so I can sneak out and take these guys out without being detected. So they're very good at hand-to-hand, as you can see there. It takes one little press and they're just instantly dead, and they're very agile. The Spies move with just quickness, and they're hard to see, and it's fast-paced as a spy, and you gotta be thinking, and it's one reason I'm not good at it, because I'm terrible at thinking. My brain is not really that optimal. But right now, I'm sneaking up on, I think B terminal is here. Yep, and then I'm gonna find 2 guys in front of me. And here's where I make a very fatal mistake. I see this one guy, and right as I'm about to shoot, I see another guy come up, and I decide I'm gonna try to take him out with my pistol. Terrible mistake. The pistol, for one, of the Spies are very weak. They don't do a lot of damage. That's just the nature of the pistol. It's not meant to do a ton of damage. It's meant to be easy to use though. And you're gonna see here, I shot him a couple times, and from a Merc, that might have killed a Spy. It's likely that at that close of a range, those few bullets would have killed me as a Spy. But since it was against a Merc, it was very, very easy for him to just come up and just take me out. The Mercs also have the hand-to-hand ability. They can come up and just press E, I think it is, and just take you out hand-to-hand, and that's it. You're done. You're dead. But there's a reason that it makes it very difficult to do that, which I will explain why when we get to the Merc portion, but it has to do with the Spies being so much faster. That's another thing that the Spies have that I already explained earlier, I believe, is they're just very, very agile, very quick. They move they're jumpy, they dodge around if you're good at it, and they make it very hard to shoot, which is why I personally believe the Spies are way overpowered than the Mercs, even though it may seem that they're not. And I'm going to kind of explain that in a minute, but there's one more thing I have to say about the Spies. The Spies have this vertical ability. They're very, very, very vertically capable. It's very easy to climb. See, they're hanging off ledges. They're jumping around. You can climb on pipes. You can go through these vents. You're coming out in spots where you don't expect someone to be in your normal first-person shooter game. That's just because that's the nature of first-person shooters. Everyone's kind of in a smaller area, and they're just rushed together, and you just want to shoot. You just want to shoot people, and they're gonna be in front of you. You know where they are. Not with this. The Spies have the ability to know where your enemies are. That's one of the reasons I have these infrared goggles, is because it gives me that live feed on where they are. There are other goggles that have longer ranges than this, but they don't give you a live feed. They're kind of like an X-ray where it pulses, and you can see through all the walls, but it's not just a live feed on where your enemies are, which makes it very, very, very difficult to judge, because you have to kind of say, okay, he's running this way, and then it pulses again, and it's like, no, he didn't run that way, and that's why I have these infrared goggles equipped, just because I like the ability to know where my enemies are. One more, now, to sum up the reason that I think that these Spies are just so much more powerful than their Merc counterparts is this. They have that ability to just come out of nowhere. You don't expect people to be in certain places when you're playing a game like this. You just don't, when you're playing COD, there's no one on the ceiling about to jump down and just murder you in the face. I don't know if I get this guy. I probably do right now. Nope. Alright. Well, that's exactly why I suck as a Merc. Or, god dang it, as a Spy. Right here you're going to see me switch into the Intel Scout loadout, and that's because I wanted to get a different weapon. Now, even though the Spies are centered more around the hand-to-hand combat, they still have the ability to shoot things. As you can see here, I believe I'm using a UMP-45. Yeah, I am. As the Spy. And you can kill a Merc with one clip in this if you put, I think, probably every bullet into him and not miss at all and hit him mostly in the chest. This game is really, really very good as a first-person shooter. This could hold its own as a first-person shooter game. I am very impressed by that. As you see, the Spies also have grenades. I have EMP grenades. See, I killed him. I killed him with the gun there. That's one of the reasons for silver, is because the approach of hand-to-hand just wasn't working for me. So I decided I'm going to attack head-on. Now, you're seeing us throwing out these gadgets. And that's because I'm going to get another one, and I'm going to get blown up by grenades. Because we're trying to determine if there's any sort of mines planted or claymores planted, and we're also trying to use smoke grenades to conceal us so we can escape and get out of that little dome kind of place we were in, or that little window we were shooting at them from. Now right here you're going to see our time starting to expire. We are hacking B. But we only have 10 seconds left. Now, it does go into overtime, and you saw there a big EMP flash. That's us, I think, trying to get rid of any equipment that's planted, or maybe that could have been the Mercs using a disruptor. And I saw that guy there disappear out of my vision in my infrared goggles. That's because they have a very, very short vision range, but again, it's that live feed that I like. You're going to see this guy here sneak up and just take this guy out, and take this guy out, and that just shows off your sheer power as a hand-to-hand person. Now, we go into the second round here as a Merc, and we are ahead of the game. We have captured 1 point, and we're like 40% in another one. I'll take it. Now where I want to be. Here we go. We jumped ahead to the Merc gameplay. I am going to tell you guys right now, 10 times out of 10, I will destroy you as a Merc. We unfortunately lost this because we didn't hold up our defense with the Mercs, with our offense as the Spies, and we just couldn't pull it off. I'm going to spoil it. We do lose this. But as a Merc, I am 100 times better than I am as a Spy. You see me planting these proximity mines here. That is one thing that you definitely want to do as a Merc. Now that people get the game, people realize that people are kind of not spawn camping, but terminal camping with these mines. People will be smart and they'll throw in EMPs, and they'll be more careful as they walk towards these terminals as Spies, because it's very easy to make it so that, you know, you get killed instantly by these mines. So you need to be careful with your mine placement, but mine placement is a big thing, because if one of them walks even within like 10 feet of one of these mines, they just blow up and they're instantly dead. I am a lot better as a, but there you see, he came out of nowhere. I didn't even see him. I literally looked at him, saw him. I didn't see him. I looked directly at him. Like, I probably stared him in the eyes, and I just walked right by him because he had the cloaking ability on, and he was in the dark. That's another big thing as a Spy, is being in the dark. It's so hard as a Merc to see into these dark places, and it really, really is annoying. I think now it might be that I really just go on a rampage as the Merc. I'm using a gun that I prefer accuracy over power, so it doesn't have as much power, but it has just tons and tons of accuracy, and I can just light these stupid little Spies up. You see here I'm just hunting around. As the Merc, it's your goal to defend these terminals. You want to stop the Spies from hacking them, but when they do hack them, you have up to 100% to try to stop them. You have to kill the hacker. I saw that guy there. I saw him do something dumb, and then I saw him get blown up, I believe, by my proximity mine. Now, it said transfer prevented. I think that the terminal reset, so I think we're moving on. Yeah, all the terminals are set up, so now all the terminals here are vulnerable. So what we need to do now is we need to protect all these terminals, which is very hard when you got these crazy Spies. And you see there it says detected, because the intel Spy, if you play as him, he has an ability where he can like find anyone around him and like show up on like the mini map where everyone is, and it's really annoying because then again, it's that ability that the Spies always know where you are, but you have no idea where they are. You see here I'm using one of my gadgets, and I just got shot down as a Merc. The Mercs have way more gadgets than the Spies do. The Spies essentially just stick to the grenades and the shocker crossbow. And I think I made the mistake. Oh no, because he was being captured. I'm sorry. But you see it got shot down. But I believe it's now that I'm starting to get hyped up as a Merc, and I mean, when I am on a roll as a Merc, every Spy that comes near me is dead. I'm not trying to brag, but as a Merc, I just rock at this game. You see that guy using his drone there? The drones are really easy to use because they can just scope out where these guys are, and then they can blow up, and I think he got him with that drone, actually. So I'm running up here, gonna try to see if there's any more Spies, because now we're rushing down to zone B. There's a Spy there. I caught him as he was trying to be sneaky. Actually, he was being more stupid than sneaky. But I think you're gonna see me get death from above here. I think that might be how I die, but it's not for a while. But you see, this is a very, very weak gun. This gun is all accuracy, no power. See, it just one instant. I didn't even see him. Just came up from behind me, took me out. This gun, it only takes like 5 or 6 bullets to take them out. It's not hard. You see a Spy sneaking around there because we just don't know where they are. They can throw grenades all over their feet. You don't know where they are, and that's again why. I mean, even though I say I think the Spies are OP because of the sheer amounts of damage, it evens out because they just can't take any bullets, and that's essentially why. And as I said earlier, I have this Merc vision mode kind of thing going on, where I kind of have this like mini map radar. See, it shows me that there's a guy there. I unfortunately didn't get him. Maybe if I had a more powerful gun, I would have. But I'm using one of the weaker guns just because I feel it's more important to put bullets on target. There's a guy up there. He's trying to shoot me, but my armor just takes control and I take him out. and I am just rolling in the dough right now as a merc. There's still someone hacking this. I don't think we actually find him in time. I'm assuming at this time that this guy is underground, and I do not like going underground in this game because it's really easy to be just jumped. So I double back here trying to find someone, and this is one way as a hacker that's very, you can exploit your enemies. Unfortunately, we got hacked there because you just know where they are. If you know where they are, you can just turn back around. That guy just got murdered face, but I took him out and protected him, and now I'm gonna turn, I think, on this spy here. Where'd he go? Oh snap, I think he's hidden. See, they just hide everywhere, and you see him 1 second, you think you got him, and they're just gone, and it makes it so difficult. And that's, I think, why it's really overpowered as a spy, because you can just run and hide, plus the fact that you're hard to hit, and the fact that you don't have a lot of armor, and the mercs do have a lot of armor. It makes up for it. It makes up for the fact that you can't take any hits because of the fact that you're just so ninja. See, he took me out. I think he took that other guy out. I don't know. The camera here got disabled. The mercs do, however, have these cameras where they can kind of view the areas instead of viewing their partners. We got that guy there. So Station A is about to reset unless they rehack it in that, I think, 10 seconds. But I'm pretty sure we have it covered. So unfortunately, they're not going to get that zone. And now all we have to do is just keep protecting. See that guy? Unfortunately, he was not hiding in a good spot. Unfortunately for him, fortunately for me. You see I pulled out my secondary. Yes, as a merc, you do get a secondary. The mercs are really slow in this. They're just like a juggernaut suit. If you're familiar with Call of Duty, it's just like running in a juggernaut suit. It's super slow, and it's super annoying because you just feel so vulnerable, and it's almost scary at times because you're just this sitting duck. You're slow. You know. See, I can only face one direction. One Direction. There's a stupid band. And they just have this sneaky ability, and you don't know where they are, and it's terrifying. And the spies, if you can master the art of a spy, you are good at this game. You can just be an absolute monster and just wreck people at this game because these spies do have the advantage of you see 2 guys dead there? I mean, we have the big guns, we have all the armor. Why are we not winning? If this was a COD match, we would be destroying everyone because they couldn't kill us, and we could kill them before they would kill us. Just the fact that they're so sneaky. He didn't even get killed. Yeah, he did. Never mind, I lied. And this guy here, there was a smoke grenade, walked right behind me, right in front of me, but I can't see him because I'm in first person mode, and I don't know where he went. Turns around, knifes me in the back. That's it. I know I might sound like I'm really aggravated, but I love this game. I love this Spies. I love the aspect. Oh, see that guy just get wrecked. That was my favorite moment of this entire gameplay. It's just watching your teammates just pulling out like that, where the spy, even though he has that advantage, there's still times where the merc is just going to dominate just because of the fact that they are boss and they're in first person. And you see he just took him out there just like a hoss, just smashed his face into the ground. That was my favorite moment of this gameplay, so that was the highlight, I think, of this entire game, was watching that stupid spy get smashed in the face. And that teammate apparently wanted to shoot at me. Again, you see we've been detected here, so they know where we are, and we don't know where they are, and it's scary, so I throw a proximity mine there. And that's kind of the area you more or less want to put your proximity mines, just because of the fact that they're going to expect them to be around the terminals, and that's just what they're waiting for. Plus, they're really easy to see on a map like this. Now, on the map Lebanese Hospital, which I don't know if I did the game plan, it's a really hard map. I don't like playing it because as a spy, it's super hard, and I'm just not good as a spy. But it actually makes sense to put them on the terminals because they're very hard to see because everything's all destroyed and bombed out. That's the only place I can really say that you wouldn't see a proximity mine on the terminal as a spy. They're really easy to see, and they make this beeping noise, and they get really obvious. So you want my personal strategy right now is to stop putting them on these terminals and put them in like doorways where they're just going to be sprinting through. You see C is getting hacked here. That's one thing that the long range goggles are useful for, is you can tell, okay, you're talking to your teammates, they're saying, yeah, there's no one near A. There's a few of them on C, and there's a few of them just walking around. Or there's a few of them on A. There's some on C. I don't care. And they're on like the opposite side of the map. That's one thing you can do as a team, because teamwork in this is extremely important. Having a microphone is really useful as a spy, and it gives you this really big advantage. You see, we lost here, so unfortunately, that's gonna be the end of my little analysis. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it gave you guys a few tips. So, this is Baseballs 100, signing out. Peace, guys.